So the alpha has been updated for some new Glacite tunnels quality of life changes. So to start off with, in the Dwarven base camp, you can see the fire is actually moving now, which is awesome. The Paleontologist enchant has been fixed, so it indeed was a bug. So save up all your scraps. We also over here have Mystery Lysandra, so if we click on them, and the commissions are all there. The next notable change, if you go into the Glacite collection and look through it, you can see some things have been changed around. So Glacite amalgamation only requires you to have 10,000 Glacite collection. The Frigid Husk only 100,000 now, and the Mystery Glacite Golem pet has been added. So this is a little screenshot from Cowshed of the Glacite Golem. It gives you mining speed, cold resistance, more Glacite powder from most sources, more mining fortune, more in Mineshafts, and gain 0.9 pristine for every frozen corpse you've looted in the current Glacite Mineshaft. I'm guessing that goes up to +1 once it's level 100. If we then go into the Umber collection and look through it, we have Refine Umber, which is unlocked at 10,000 collection, Umber Key, 25,000 instead of 500,000, and the Umber Plate at 250 instead of 1 million, and then it's just mine and fortune for the rest. In Tungsten, we have the Refined Tungsten at 10k, we have the Tungsten Key at 25k, and we have the Plate at 250k, with 7 and 8 just being the 1 fortune, and then number 9 being the book, which is still coming soon. If you come to this spot, which my coordinates are up in the top left, this is where I normally mine my onyx. By this little gate, there's a new NPC called Cold Enjoyer. Let's speak to them. So I guess clicking on them, it just tells you some nice facts. So your mining speed is reduced by 1% for every cold you have. The formula is current cold resistance equals mining speed penalty. That's cool. You know, I didn't know that. That's really cool. That's really cool. The mole pet has been buffed. So originally it had the 1 intelligence and the mining speed, but you can now get magic find from it. The Relic of Power's forge cost has been changed from the Artifact of Power, 4 perfect plates, down to 1 perfect plate, the Artifact of Power, and 32 Glacite amalgamations. The Dwarven Metal Talisman used to cost 4 Umber plates and 4 Tungsten plates. Now it costs 4 Refined Tungsten, 4 Refined Umber, and 4 Glacite amalgamations, so a pretty massive price decrease. The Reinforced Chisel recipe has been changed. It did require the chisel, which it still does, the base one, and it used to require 2 Tungsten plates, 2 Umber plates, and now it's 2 Refined Tungsten and 2 Refined Umber, so a massive price decrease. Unfortunately, the recipe hasn't changed for the Dwarven Handwarmers, but it has had quite a decent buff. So the mining fortune used to be 6, and now it gives you +15. The Bow pet, now the Made of Lava pet, gives you +3 pristine while in the magma fields, which previously it was gained 15% on all stats when inside the magma fields. Reaper peppers now give you +1 cold resistance, and you can get up to +5 cold resistance by eating 5 of them. The Peak of the Mountain list has been sorted out, and it looks a lot nicer, so you can get a total of 1000 SkyBlock XP for completing all of it. The Glacite Plated Chisel, the Perfect Chisel, and the Reinforced Chisel have been added to the museum. Along with that, the Dwarven Handwarmers have, the Pendant of Divan has been added, and also the Pelt Belt apparently wasn't there before. The Excavator Heart of the Mountain perk has been changed from 0.5% to 0.2% chance for suspicious scraps to contain a fossil, making fossils a bit rarer. The rates of scraps are lower the more scrap that you've gotten in the current mineshaft. So maybe you can get more than 1 scrap drop from a shaft. Keith has then gone on to say you can get up to 5 per shaft, but the chances of getting them gets lower the more that you've gotten in that mineshaft. So also the rate of the campfire taking down your cold is now slower, so it doesn't instantly go back down to 0. So as you see, I have -10. We go closer to it. Now it says -6, -2, and gone. So it's a tiny little bit slower and not instant. So I didn't mention this earlier, but Refined Umber and Refined Tungsten now only take 1 hour in the forge instead of 6. But it does look like the Tungsten plates and Umber plates have gone up, I believe, because I'm pretty sure they were 2 hours before. Right now I have max quick forge, so that's probably going to be, what, like 2.5 hours possibly? I'm not 100% sure on those. There are 2 new auto pet rules, one for when you first gain cold, and one for when you first gain heat. Sirius now sells his phone number in the dark auction. This is going to be a very expensive one, I'm pretty sure, because only one person can get it each auction server.